Hi there. I want to introduce to you two models made by Ixo, two tracks, American classics, which is Mack Series 66. One of them is the left model is number TR082. The right one is TR100, which is a copy of a classic movie, road movie, Convoy. Well, the thing is that up to some details everything is correct. Even the numbers are on car number plates, as well as the details such as the logo of a truck driving company, the little prints on the sleeper and the like, so everything is correct. Unfortunately, which happens very infrequently from the part of Ixo, the dimensions of the right car, the movie classic, is a little bit incorrect. So the most striking thing is if you compare the actual movie with the model. There is a huge gap between the sleeper and the driver's cabin, which in fact in the movie was not correct. It did not exist, since, as you probably remember the scene at the Road Inn, the girl who was the present for a rubber duck got into the sleeper through the driver's cabin, so there was a tight passage. The other thing is that the sleeper was much closer to the driver's cabin, and I wondered for a very long time how was it made, because the exhaust pipe fitted somehow in between the sleeper and the driver's cabin. Actually, if you take a closer look at some screenshots from the movie, you see an indentation, a cut in the cabin, which enabled the exhaust pipe to fit in between these two boxes. The other thing is, very striking, the size, actually the width of the sleeper. It is as wide as the driver's cabin, which was a little bit narrower than passenger cars. Actually, if you take a measurement, the width of the cabin, it is as wide as, let's say, 4 centimeters. 4 centimeters multiplied by 43 is just 170 centimeters. Probably no taller driver could fit into the bed or bunk bed. So there is probably the greatest failure in producing the model. The other thing is, if you compare TR082 and TR100, where the fifth wheel is positioned, well, I will use an oil tanker taken from Newray toy, actually, which was either a Peterbilt or Kenworth, doesn't matter. So if we fit it into the fifth wheel, yeah, it works, and well, the machine turns as it should. But the original position in between the axes, like here, you see the bolt, made it impossible for the model to turn, and also, well, it could not fit actually in the fifth wheel because, well, there were the cables. So what I did is to move the fifth wheel in its actual position according to the movie, right above the rear axis, and now it fits ideally, as you see, turns, and there is no problem for the model to drive or to position it on some display. One more thing is that the actual frame on which the rubber duck model is built is exactly the same as the series TR082. So the mistake Ixo made is the length of the frame. If you have a look at the movie, you see that the sleeper ends a little bit before the middle axis. So there is a space of foot or 2 feet between the sleeper and the beginning of the mid tires. Well, these are just failures, and probably Ixo intended to produce a very nice collector's model a little bit cheaply. So the details are okay, nevertheless the dimensions are not. Well, I'm fully satisfied with Ixo models because what they do is bringing back the memories of my childhood.